We returned to Ensenada Cruise Port after 2 years and discovered some cool additions and important updates. Best of all, you don't have to go far from the port.
Definitely could still find values, and it's another. You just have to walk literally 1 block away from the main road. 1 block.
Fair warning though, if you hate food, you may want to skip this one. One of our first videos was from Ensenada, where the joke was, Ensenada in Spanish means stay on the ship. Well, we came away with some pretty interesting things to do and see that first time around. Then, the city looked like it was in the beginning of transforming past its old scruffy reputation. Now, things are progressing even further into the realm of hipster cool and corporate theme park. The biggest cruise news here was the announcement by Carnival Corporation and ITM Group of the Ensenada Bay Village project. Soon, this empty space in front of the docks will be transformed. Actually, nothing much to see yet. But in 24 months, if all goes well, you should see this. A resort-style complex with river rides, zip lines, and adults-only Baby Beach Beach Club. Anyway, it looks to be a new sanitized theme park compound. And with construction means temporary dust, noise, possible rerouting of passengers and cars. But we'll see how this all develops. This is Carnival's first major tourism development on the Pacific coast, so it's a big deal. In the meantime, it's the same old port, with the paid shuttles to take you to town. $4 a piece, round trip.
You want to get the shuttle?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Actually, we took the shuttle and remembered. Oh yeah, it's a tour company that's commissioned to run the shuttle. So you get the usual sales pitches for tours, petting tigers, and once dropped off at Centro at their special facility, more tour sales and dedicated tourist enclosure. Now, some folks were down for the tours, which makes things easier for sightseeing, and we get that. But we were on a mission. We had to sample what was promised to be the new, cool Ensenada. So for that, we had to sneak out. So here's our take on the shuttle. If you're an independent-minded and able-bodied enough to handle the roughly 20-minute walk to Centro, just skip it. Especially since you can take an Uber, if need be, for roughly $5 US equivalent per car instead of per person. For a larger group, definitely an option. The only trick is you need to get your ride outside the security gate, usually in front of the Science Museum. So the shuttle only makes sense if you have limited mobility. Plus, with the shuttle, you wait. We waited 15 minutes before the bus filled up enough for us to go. I could have walked more than halfway by then. It's a flat walk. The biggest issue will be sidewalk quality that can vary dramatically from block to block. It goes from watch your step to brand spanking new. But nothing really challenging, just stay aware. Now, the great thing about Centro isn't just Husong's Cantina, who have their own merch store now, but the abundance of bank-connected ATMs. We avoid standalone ATMs in general, high fees, and possible skimming. We rather like this Santander branch on the corner of Ruiz and C. Tercera. We always pull pesos while we're here. Better exchange rate and better for local business. And here's a tip. When you use credit cards, always decline the machine's convenience conversion and ask for the charge in pesos. Let your own bank do the math.
If you're going to be cruising to Mexico, we highly recommend actually pulling your pesos in Ensenada because there's a lot more banks within walking distance and pretty close from downtown. I mean, like really real bank that you go in. Cabo San Lucas, for example, is actually require quite a walk. So highly recommend grab some of your pesos for your Mexican cruise in Ensenada.
Now around the corner from the Santander Bank is the first stop, Mercado Municipal Gastélum, about a 25-minute walk from the ship. This is a historical milestone, the site of the first permanent residence in the late 1800s. Now it's a legally protected historical site that underwent a 42 million peso renovation to create a social detonator, a place for small local businesses. The Mercado is now a hipster enclave with a local twist.
I really love the hat, but I don't think we could take it home because I just cannot pack it. And next to it, you got La Cienega, which is a cafe restaurante. Also, you see all the menus are in pesos. And then you could see here, for example, is Ensenada Best Candy, Costanza. You could see all the mishmash of the traditional candy and, of course, the American influence and the European influence. So that's kind of cool.
Solid bathrooms here, though remember, use the bins for the toilet paper. It's old school. Bathrooms are reserved for patrons, but the doors are unlocked. It's the honor system.
It might be a little bit hard.
I mean for a wheelchair?
Yeah, for the wheelchair. If you have an old wheelchair, you know, the big one, but if you have one of the scooter, you should be able to do it, no problem.
We sampled breakfast at Chulada on the ground floor, which serves up early classics.
This is so exciting. So this is a place in Chulada. That's a place you call it. It's the first time you get into the Mercado Municipal, you will see it. and I decided to go with a classic. Nothing like a classic. Chilaquiles rojos, which means red. You have your chilaquiles, right? Which is tortillas mixed with their sauce. Then you got crema, cream, cheese, and your protein. Let's try. This is so good. The tortilla is still crunchy. You got to eat it fast, right? The cream, everything just perfectly blend. Not too spicy. Perfect seasoning. Perfect seasoning. Check out all the seasoning. With my papaya smoothie. Ooh, they didn't even include sugar. So that is perfectly papayas. The whole dish, less than $10. And if you don't know what you're looking at, just wake up your Google Translate and translate everything. Okay, muchas gracias.
Since we got to the Mercado early, not all the stores were open yet. Perhaps make this stop a little later in the day than earlier. Now, another 8 to 10 minute walk past some cute stores.
Check that out.
We'll take it to Revolution Park, a charming local park that's less about size and wow and more about vibe. As in, no hassles or hustles, just locals enjoying their day in an updated and lovely space. These updates are part of a city-wide revitalization, so this is a great time to check it out. Free public Wi-Fi, upgraded playgrounds, and a great food court.
Look at this. These are all the traditional food and those Mexican pesos fries that you like.
Really for kids, if you have the patience to bring it like a little farther away into town, they have everything here. They have food, they have park to play in. It's very simple.
But the real magic here is that there isn't any. It's a space where you can experience the quieter side of Ensenada in a relaxed, middle-class area. By the way, if you're getting good value from this video so far, be sure to like and share with your shipmates. And now we offer memberships for those of you planning your trips and need additional tools. Just click join at the bottom of the video for more details. Now from here, it's a straight 7 to 10 minute walk to the biggest redevelopment poster child, Bodegas de Santo Tomas, one of the city's first big redevelopment projects. The street in front of the old winery was closed to cars and converted into a pedestrian plaza. And Santo Tomas is one of the region's oldest wineries, dating back to 1888. So you'll see lots of folks there. But it's not just about the winery. The whole space is family friendly and really cool.
I know.
Obstacle course.
Yes. You could actually step on it because they secure it. So this is actually very, pretty solid. Okay, maybe not somebody my age, but
Intimate cafes. And Japanese onigiri. And a food market. The bathrooms here require a buy-in code to operate. I haven't seen this before, but there's a small gap between the ladies' and men's restroom sinks here. And don't get thrown off by this. Just wave your hand in front to open the lock door. And this alley has a bunch of restaurants, from ice cream to a pizzeria. Here's 2 of note. Comal, contemporary Mexican, which also is famous for brunch and its diverse mole sauces. And we settled in for La Concheria, a Michelin-recognized gem for fresh seafood within a beautifully repurposed 1911 winery building. First up, the clam chowder.
and I like this Mexican touch, dry chili. Let's mix it a little bit with the local olive oil. Ooh, I like this. And you don't see too much of the chunk of the potatoes, so they really blend it. It's so good. It's so creamy, like so creamy. I feel like I'm tasting like not just chowder, but bisque. I mean, look how thick this is. It's delicious. It really is. Oh my goodness. I could take this home and slurp it. So this is my son's favorite, which is aqua chile. Usually it comes with the chili, the extra chili, and tostadas. So aqua chile is basically a raw shrimp. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is so good. I think this is one of the best aqua chile I ever tried. Like really. Lamb. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, it smells so fresh. Oh my God, so soft. It melts in your mouth. And garlic all the way on the bottom. Now I'm kind of jealous I didn't get to go to the bottom and dip the sauce because you could tell. So let's put a little bit on the baguette here. The next one is catch of the day with white bean. Look how flaky that is. Oh my God. It's so good. Perfectly seasoned. No smell, obviously, because it's so fresh. It's that balance of umami and freshness on the fish. Catch of the day with potatoes. This place is it for me.
My son and nephew focused on the street vendors facing the promenade entrance, so you can get your old school on if that's for you. Loaded local tacos, elotes or cheesy cream corn, and back at San Tomas, chocolate strawberries. Any guilt about pigging out? No. Walking back from Santo Tomas to the port took about 25 minutes. All total, these new sites and walking times took about 5 to 6 hours of casual enjoyment. That's not including the usual Ensenada attractions, so you're looking at a pretty respectable day here on foot. Forget the shuttle. But you can always take an Uber back if you're too tired and try some casual exploring where it's shaping up to be the new Ensenada.
Cannot forget the coffee. Look how beautiful it is.
But not to worry. The old one's still here and running strong. For more information on the ports we cover, check us out at portlowdown.com. Have you been to these new sites in Ensenada? We'd love to know what you think. Keep those comments and questions coming. And consider becoming a member for even more benefits. See you on the next cruise.